Wrestling with WWE Crown Jewel. It's next Saturday at the Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at the Mohammed Adubidu Arena.
What?
The Mohammed Adubidu Arena.
Abdo.
I don't know. Um, if you were you able to look at the card?
Yes, of course.
Um, I was pretty happy with this card, and
It's okay. It's okay.
I was especially happy to see that there were 6 matches rather than the normal 5 matches that we've been getting for the last couple of months, well, the last year.
Mm.
But I feel like that is because of recent allegations on WWE as well. So they're they are pandering to the criticism, so to speak. No.
No, this is Middle East WrestleMania. They better add all the goddamn matches they can. Just saying. Just saying.
Well, let's get into it. We have the ethnic inclusion fatal 4-way women's tag team championship match. We have the Fresh Princess of Bel Air and Jade Gargle versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. We have Last Legend and Jakara Jackson versus Damage Control, Io Sky. And the only one on this form was Kairi Sane. Who wins, Kaliko?
Man, it's interesting, this match. They wouldn't have needed this match if they had the NXT women's tag titles, but that's a whole nother issue. It's hard because my heart wants to say the upset, Green and Niven. My brain is saying Cargill and Belair.
Well, I would absolutely love for Chelsea Green and Niven to win the titles. But unfortunately, I never even considered them to win this match.
Hey, I'm just saying, yeah, weirder shit has happened.
And I heard about that.
For the sake of normalcy, it'll probably be Bianca and Cargill.
I couldn't agree more.
Because they already had their upset of the fucking year. So they're like, 2 of them bitches in a year is a lot to ask for.
Right. I find it funny. They had that. They asked Triple H, why aren't there more black people on the PLEs? And first match out, 4 black women in 1 match. Like they're really showing off now.
Take that, DEI.
Yeah, fuck you. We got triple threat match for United States Championship. La Knight versus Andrade El Idaho versus Carmella Hayes. Carmelo, clearly black person. WWE is just kind of shoving it in their faces with this card.
Oh, y'all don't like black. Y'all say we don't like black people because keep in mind Nia Jax's half black. But
Yeah.
that's so. I mean, it's shit. I think Seth Rollins. He's Middle Eastern.
He's Syrian, if I'm correct.
And Cody Rhodes is black.
Yes. And I mean, Bronson Reed is New Zealand, so that's like, you know,
Practically black. Somebody got him. Yeah.
I look,
To be
I would say that's more of like an indigenous, depending on where you're from in New Zealand.
if y'all want to get technical, we are all black because the homo the Homo sapiens species, as you know it, started in goddamn Africa. So let's just take your goddamn not anthropology. Is it anthropology? Take your anthropology class. That's where we started as a species. And it started in Africa. Technically, we all black.
And,
Shit.
and technically, we're all Mongolian as well. Genghis Khan genes.
I don't know. It kind of skipped me, but it's okay. I might have a 10th. Who knows? Shit.
And
But anywho's back to the match.
but Liv Morgan, definitely 100% New Jersey.
Yeah, she full-blooded Italian. Anyway, uh,
As
let's
full-blooded
see.
Italian as Tracy Smothers.
Damn, that's wow, wow. All right. With that being said, this screams LA Night
Yeah.
because it's impromptu. It's last minute. I think
Mello and Hayes.
Mello and Hayes or Mello and Andrade are gonna be, too busy with each other to.
God willing, this match doesn't spawn another best of 7 between Mello and Andrade, because that's just what
That
another match
those
between them two.
those have been interesting though. I'm just saying, those have been those have been interesting.
Too many matches with people I don't necessarily like.
Oh God.
I mean, I'm okay with Carmelo, but Andrade, he's like spoiled milk to me. I'm never
Why?
going.
Man, that dude's been on a tear since he came back.
Um, like I said, spoiled milk. It's not.
No.
It's
Jesus.
it's kind of over. My enthusiasm for him has dwindled, especially when we have better Mexican stars like um the guy from Phantasma. Why am I blanking on his name?
Santos Escobar?
Santos Escobar. He speaks English.
What
And
the hell that got to do?
and I mean it gets no bigger than Dominic Mysterio.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, so we're in agreement. LA Knight.
LA Knight.
We got Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. Who wins?
Ooh, Kevin Owens. Considering that I would say no contest, but in order for him to get to Cody, he's got to fuck over Randy.
But it feels like everybody's fucked over Randy this year. Randy has not won one PLE match this year.
What the fuck is he gonna gain by winning one?
I mean, it's not a matter of gaining anything, but he's like fucking Randy Orton.
Okay, if you say so.
I mean, I get what you mean. But there has to be, like, I feel like there has to be a way for Kevin to get a W while also protecting Randy in the same breath. No?
Randy's Teflon. What the fuck is he? No one's gonna go, oh God, Randy lost. He's never gonna get the title. They're never gonna look at him the same. His bread is baked, sir. That concrete is hard. Man.
Alright, well, then I guess Kevin Owens. Then. Alright, now we have, Seth freaking Rollins versus Bronson Reed. Who wins, Carlito?
This one is interesting. Um, Reed needs to win. Reed.
I agree. If Reed won the match with Braun Strowman, I would have probably said Seth wins this. But since Seth, fucked them over, they need to keep Bronson Reed strong. If they want him to be the monster they want him to be, then he needs to fuck up Seth Rollins in this match. And, I mean, one of the selling points of the match, the talking points, I should say, was that Seth isn't 100%. He's medically cleared, but he's not 100%. So, they could definitely play on that as well. So,
True.
it's not going to hurt Seth to take an L to Bronson here. Alright. Then we have, the, women's inaugural WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship. Liv Morgan, versus Nia Jax. Who wins, Carlito?
For some odd reason, I feel like this is gonna have some wacky shit in it.
Oh, 100%.
Like a Money in the Bank cash in on the Saudi Arabia world title.
Maybe
For
not
some
that
odd reason,
wonky, but yeah.
I feel like it could get that wacky. It's either gonna be okay. I see either Nia winning and getting cashed in on,
Yeah.
or Liv winning, Nia telling Tiffy to cash in and she loses.
Ooh. I would
Because of Nia.
Normally I would say that's a good possibility, but Drew McIntyre lost the Money in the Bank. I feel like if you want to keep Money in the Bank strong, you kind of have to have at least one successful cash in.
No, because the women's is practically 100% raid. So that's why I think it would be interesting, and not in this. I'm saying like this. So let's say I'm thinking Tiffy tries to cash in and loses because of Nia, gets that build up for Tiffy to possibly, I don't know, win the Royal Rumble. And then go on to fight Nia.
I see what you're looking at.
I mean, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but that would be a great angle because it's a revenge angle.
Yeah, I definitely get what you're putting down. I looked at it a little bit more, just and on simpler eyes. It's going to be clusterfuckery. It's going to be Liv Morgan, Raquel Gonzalez, Dominic Mysterio, Nia Jax, Tiffy.
Tiffy, it's
Yeah, they're
everybody
all
named
getting,
Mama.
Yeah, they're all getting involved. But I can also see, Naya and Tiffy. They take everybody out. There's no Dom. There's no Raquel. Liv is ready, is good for the pickings, and then Tiffy fucks Naya over. Liv gets the W, and then Tiffy cashes in. Because I mean, Tiffany doesn't have anything to really gain by beating Liv or even cashing in on Liv, other than what you said. You know,
Yeah, to lose
right,
because that's been the tease. So that's why I say cash in and lose because of the tease, and it could be something to where Naya constantly is throwing that in her face.
right. But like Naya, over the last couple of months, she's like straight up abused Tiffany,
That's my point.
and it does seem like the crowd wants a reason to cheer for Tiffy. So I don't know if she'll get that big pop reaction in Saudi Arabia. Low key, the crowd has not been the best in Saudi, but I mean, this does seem like the perfect place to pull the trigger on something like this, right?
it seemed I would think so. I mean, because what's gonna happen is, I mean, because we got to figure out what they're gonna do with them in Survivor Series,
Right.
and that's where it could be this whole clusterfuckery to where they manifest all of this into a no contest to be a Survivor Series, Raw, SmackDown, blah blah blah.
Okay, let's say that for a second that actually does happen. Who's on Rhea's side? Because Rhea is not teaming with Liv, and Rhea doesn't seem like she's friendly with Naya and Tiffy either.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be that. It could easily be a women. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna do it like that. I could see a women's tag of Tiffy and just a redo of the women's tag. Tiffy and
Jax.
Naya versus Raquel and Liv, or I could see Nia Jax, Niven, and Chelsea versus, dare I say, Damage Control and Judgment Day. I could easily see Baszler and Zoe and them. They ain't got shit else to do.
Yeah, what
Uh,
happened to them?
so that's my point. So I mean, there's ways there. I'm grasping at straws in this, and I acknowledge that. But there's a way to get there. It's just
Right.
the cash in to me would seem more easier because it's a whole 2-3 months of Nia just getting more heat for abusing her, and the fact that she doesn't have the briefcase would give even more credence to go to cheer for her.
Right.
And then the Royal Rumble would be a perfect way for her to be the face.
If she does indeed do that, she'd be only the second person to win the Money in the Bank and the Royal Rumble in the same year or in the same time period, because the only other person to do that was Alberto Del Rio. But
True?
I do kind of like the fact that there are a lot of scenarios of how this ends. I feel like when it comes to all of this, a lot of all roads kind of lead to Liv winning the match, because Nia doesn't necessarily need the women's crown jewel to be as dominant as she is. I mean, she's having a decent run with the title as we speak, but Liv is on top of the world right now, and just giving her that title is going to add more fuel to the fire that's making her red hot right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. True. I think also this would be something Nia would win that would cement her year of dominance.
So you're going with Nia.
Hell yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Liv. But it's Nia's year when it comes to this shit.
And I'm going with Liv. Alright. Then we have the inaugural WWE Men's Crown Jewel Championship. We got Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. Who wins, Carlito?
Kevin Owens fucks him over. Gunther gets the win. It's happening.
Yes, I agree with that.
So Kevin Owens is gonna have one hell of a night.
As strong as Cody Rhodes is, and as protected as Cody Rhodes is, he can afford a loss. Gunther.
I mean, he could afford. He lost a fucking solo call. He took a fucking pill to solo.
Yeah, and that's gonna haunt him for a while. But Gunther, I mean, they protect Gunther 100%, and I don't want to say Cody doesn't need it, but Cody doesn't really need it. I mean, I could make the argument Gunther really doesn't need it either.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to give it to somebody, so I guess Gunther would be the right way to go.
That is true, but I mean, but Gunther, having Gunther do this is just gonna make him even bigger, and they're gonna have to build somebody to get to him. So he's just gonna be this guy on top, whooping that ass all over that roster.
Yeah. Alright. That'll conclude our coverage of WWE Crown Jewel. Join us in 2 weeks as we do a full review of this show. You don't have to worry about it. We will be watching it on the day of, probably live.
Not on replay.
Yeah, we're stopping everything we're doing. We're 100% watching. It doesn't matter if it's Thursday or what way the wind is blowing. Life stops when WWE comes on.
I mean, yeah. I mean, considering it's gonna be at what, in the morning.
Okay, so like low-key, I'm probably gonna wait until like the evening time on Saturday, like around 7 or 8. But I'm definitely watching it on the day of.
I mean, I'm watching it with mimosas. I cannot. I mean, sorry, fuck that. We are watching it.
You are watching it with mimosas, whether or not it's the morning or night.
That is not true because what happens is if it's daytime, it's a mimosa. And nighttime, it's a sparkling champagne. Sparkling lemonade. See, there you go.
Well, what I'm getting at is that there's going to be some type of alcohol involved.
You know what? It's on November 2nd. It may not be because I'm going to be working the election that day. My first sober WWE event, and God knows how long. The streak is on. Holy shit, the streak is over. I just saw that. I was like, oh shit, it's on November 2nd.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I believe Probably after the election, you'll be on a bender. I won't know where you you are for that event for the next
Oh,
recording.
for the record, election night, I'm hiding at the bar at Hell's Kitchen. I'm not. Yep, right after. Just put me. Bingo. Beef Wellington.
Good for you. Live your best life, Kaliko.
I mean, it's right across the street from me. I gotta go.
That'll conclude our coverage of WWE, Crown Jewel, and this episode as a whole. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us this Tuesday. Join us this Monday, I should say, as we interviewed Lord Philip Ryzen. This Tuesday when we interview Pixel, and this Wednesday as we interview Anarchid Ash. And follow the show at Wrestling with both on Extra and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Kaliko?
Oof, man, I am Kaliko. Motor City Machine Guns, new tag champs, shout out. Tanahashi versus Evil at Wrestle Kingdom 19, first match announced, shout out. I don't know who was going to benefit from that, but whatever.
Which one?
The Tanahashi Evil thing.
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns, I didn't think they would get the titles that goddamn fast. Like 2 weeks? Like,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I would say so.
They took what AJ Styles did and said, hold my drink, bitch.
We literally had that conversation last week.
Yes.
Did I not say, like, it'll take them less than 6 months? What did I say?
We did say 6 months.
Something was 6 months. Whether it was
we did.
Being fired or going back to TNA or some shit like that.
And Triple H gave us the big old fuck you. He's giving everybody the fuck you, to be fair.
That was this week for WWE.
Pretty much. Oh, you don't like black people? Okay, let's put all these black folks on this card. Oh.
You're poor?
Oh.
$450, motherfucker.
Yeah. WrestleMania tickets, $1,600 just to high five Jesus. We got you. We got this new chick. We just gonna make y'all watch it on Twitter because our shit's all fucked up. Like, yeah. The whole fuck you. Oh, Jey Uso losing too? Oh, yeah, they've been like, oh, shit, They catching hell right now. Ooh, they catching hell. We didn't even say shit about AEW. That's how bad WWE was catching hell.
When AEW's having a more positive week than you, you know you're in hot shit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, say what you will. You can get front row tickets for AEW for that much. You're practically at catering for $1,600.
You could get a flight to an AEW show, have dinner, get catering in the arena, and be front row for $450.
I mean, for $16, you could throw in a 5-star hotel stay with talent. I'm just.
You could sleep next to MJF.
Your room could be linked to Daniel Bryan or John Moxley. Marina for Shafir. No, I think they'll do Marina Shafir.
Ugh, why would you want Marina Shafir?
I'm just saying, they'll be like, hey, you could be a roommate with Cesaro for $16.
You could do cocaine with Tony for $1,600.
He'll let you produce one of the matches for $16. Shit.
You could take one of the wrestlers home with you for $1,600.
You know, shit, you'll be an AEW star for a day for $1,600. Shit, that'll make you AEW champion for a day. You know, like shit, like like shit, man.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
And I thought we would have our streak of I thought our streak of negativity towards AEW would have came to an end this episode. It's still going strong.
Wait a minute, that's not a streak. I mean, that's not negativity. We're just telling you how much value you could get at We're just doing a value estimation calculator. For $1,600, you could go to the show, stay with the talent, book a match, become a superstar, win the AEW championship,
and do cocaine with Tony.
And do cocaine with Tony. I'm just shit. That sounds like a deal to me.
I think I might become an AEW fan now.
Like a Make-A-Wish. They get the Make-A-Wish package for $1,600. Like shit, man. Just saying. I'm just saying. Tony, think about it. Call me.
Oh my god, okay. For Coleco Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
No, I'm serious. He needs to call me. That's a good deal.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.